Sure, abuti honestly.
Just to accommodate it. The embassy has been here now for more than an hour. Something is standing still where it is supposed to be. So we have to do that. I want to just acknowledge all protocols as they say, greet everybody this morning. My job is just to call the next speaker and tweak things as they want me to tweak that, right? So this is my first lesson for the day is this. If you lose a minute in the morning, 1 minute, you'll search your whole life through for it and you'll never find it. Okay, so 9 o'clock on this day is gone forever in your lifetime. You can grow to 1,000 years old, but 9 o'clock is gone. We say, and we have this disclaimer that we say it's African time. No, time is time. If you look at your phone now, you'll find out the time is exactly the same on each and every person's watch. We need to get to a point where we respect time. Is that okay?
Yes.
If we say you're on the program for 10 minutes, it's going to be 10 minutes. If you go over by minute 11, and I'm going to tell you, thank you very much, please sit down, your time is up. Unfortunately, I can't do that. These are not the guy to be famous. So let's go to the program this morning. So greetings to all of you. Again, I'm saying my name is Keith. I've been asked this thing last night, 5 to 12, please. The original MC didn't come. Can you please help us out here? So I'm just a standing. If the original comes in now, I take my seat and I sit down. So let me just do a call check here. Sheldon is here? Sheldon? Okay, the counselor is here. The counselor here? Just show me, I'm here. Counselor is not here. The MEC is here, I know that. I met him this morning. 5% they're here. Audrey is here. Shark is here. There is a student for Shark. Dumasani. Dumasani, yes, no? Okay. Then Ewan. Is it right? Then Ewan. Yeah, okay. Belinda. Belinda Booker. Yes. Then we have Jerengracht Primary School. Aldrich. Booker now. Kliptown I saw here earlier. McBain. Okay, so we all are here. Right. Having done that, everybody's here, so when I call your name, please be prepared to come, do your thing, say your thing, and so on. I'm not going to tell you about the environment today and recycling. Otherwise, you're going to recycle me. I don't want to be recycled. That's there. And we're going to call Shelton. Is it Shelton? Shelton Jacobs. Let us all stand quickly. Shelton is going to open us indoors in the word of prayer.
Amen.
Give yourselves a hand for being here this morning. Okay, give the person next to you a high five. Tell them you look much in the future. Please take your seats. I just want to say this quickly.
Jy ken aan ons bysa nie. Wat sê jy goed? Bysa is hier, ons is hier. Ons is altyd op die grond. Ek is ongeveer. Ek as Willow.
news that is not good. Not good news. Okay, but today, we are here more than to just do a program. We have a program, a very long program. I was so hoping to have coffee this morning, but I didn't. Lessons learned. We're here for the purpose of recycling. It may sound like a small thing, but in truth, it is a powerful act of hope. Every piece of paper we raise is a step toward healing our streets, protecting our children's future, and restoring the beauty of Eldorado Park. We know this place. We know the struggles, but we also know the strength of our people. And that's why I believe that change starts here for us. With you, with me. It starts with a simple thing of picking up a paper, picking up a bottle, picking up a pen. If I should really be in a position to speak to the MEC of Education, I would ask you, please, let's go back to the place where we teach our children just to pick up a paper. But our children see that we don't do that, so we give to them. And that's why I believe change starts here with us. Let's turn our concern into commitment, our care into action. Let us teach our children to take care of our environment, and just as important as taking care of each other. Today, let's not just be hearers of what's going to happen here, but let us go out here and be doers. Remember, we start with a small group that's here today. You are important. And for you setting an example to somebody else, they're going to laugh at you. They're going to mock you. Because the norm of things is you just throw things around. It's okay. Walk over it. It's fine. We have to do and remind you and encourage you to change that. Is that okay? Right? So let us not be hearers only today, but let's go out here and be changers of the environment. Okay, so having said that, our first speaker was going to be the counselor. The counselor never excused herself for today, so we'll forgive her for not being here yet. Maybe she's still on her way. But the end is here. This is, sorry, I'm a pastor by trade. And when this happens, I throw the guys that dance the sound with a mic. So I don't know if you're going to do the same. They're here, right here behind. You can throw them, but I must also tell you, they volunteers. The original sound guy is not here. So we have the MEC here that has set out this time to come here to this occasion and this event to come speak to us. Now, so let's welcome our MEC to the podium. Is it Ewan? Ewan? Botha. Ewan Botha.
Thank you very much. I don't know, do I say pastor or MC or just Keith? I'm not sure. So he's a pastor by trade. I was once a rock singer, so if this thing goes, I'll be fine. You'll hear me. So I was allocated 45 minutes to speak here today. And I thought to myself, what am I going to tell these people about recycling for 45 minutes? So it's exciting because I came up with about 3.5 hours worth of material, so you guys will know a lot about recycling by the time we're done. I don't see too many excited people. So I genuinely did wrestle with what am I going to speak about today? Because this is an important moment, not just in terms of the leadership that we're instilling into you as the future generations of leaders, but it's an important moment for me as well. Because I've only been an MEC now for about a month, so this is still very new to me. But I realized that this moment of importance is something that I'd like to try and explain to you. I don't want to talk to you about recycling. I was thinking maybe I should say to you that plastic takes between 500 and 1,000 years to degrade if you put it in the soil, and we can make all of these wonderful things by recycling. We can turn it into oil, we can turn it into heat energy, we can turn it into furniture. But the real thing that I think we need to try and instill here today, the thing that I'd like you to walk away from this particular talk with, at the back of your mind, and something that is really going to be applicable in everything that you do, is that nothing is more important than what you're doing right now. And everything that you do is the most important thing that you can possibly do. Right? Let me try and make sense of that for you. When you think about the fact that you're not brushing your teeth in the morning, and you miss a day, you skip a day of brushing your teeth, it's not so bad, right? You walk around with a bit of a stinky breath, and maybe your friends look at you funny. But tonight you get home, you brush your teeth, and the world is normal again. What happens when you don't brush your teeth for 2 or 3 years? They start rotting, they fall out of your head, you don't look very good. So the moment of brushing that, or taking the time to brush your teeth every morning and every evening, is the most important thing that you can do for your whole health. Now let's translate this to the program that's being run here, and what you're doing at the moment. This is something wonderful. This program is something incredible to teach the learners about recycling and the importance of the environment and what we can do with all of the materials, that have been set out. And that's nice for today. But what I need you guys really to realize about the importance of this is that there's a lot more that can be done after this. Right? My job as the MEC of Environment is to create an environment for all of you to have the ability to go to a buyback center, or to have the ability to make furniture out of tiles. But every time you take the time to recycle something, every time you take the time to turn something from, rubbish into something that you can sell, the first thing is you're starting a business. That's really important. There's high unemployment here. You're starting a business. And if you continue with it day after day, much like brushing your teeth, you will get to a space where you're employing other people. And when you're employing other people, you're not only taking materials off of the road or out of the landfill sites. I don't need to point too far away from here. The landfill in Eldorado Park, Coatbopes, people are burning things on there every single day. So when we talk about recycling, we also talk about the importance of air quality. Because when you're going to recycle, you're going to stop whoever it is from burning the plastic on the side of the road or on the top of the landfills. Right? The long run and within the bigger picture of things. What I do here this morning is really important. Right? Because hopefully when you walk out of here, you'll understand your importance and how important you are for the environment. And again, I could have stood up here and read off a bunch of things about what recycling is and how it works. Unfortunately, I think after all of your projects and everything that you've been through, you probably know more about recycling than I do. And I'm really chuffed about that. That's the sort of thing that makes me proud, because the sponsors, the teachers, the schools have created an environment where the children can now go off and become the future leaders. And I know that I can rest easy that in 10, 15, 20 years time, when I'm done and I'm off into the private world, that these bright minds sitting in front of me today are going to not only take care of what we haven't managed to take care of thus far, but improve on every single matter. So my message today, I'm not going to speak for the whole 45 minutes, is quite simply, you have no idea how important you are, each and every single one of you. I also want to say a big, big thank you to the sponsors. I know what your role is in all of these things. I don't want to go too long into rattling off names here, but I'd love to meet each and every single one of you, and I'd love to understand how I can contribute to what it is that you're trying to achieve on a larger scale within the content. And then just again, I'm going to really emphasize this because it's pretty crucial for you to understand. You have no idea. I'm looking at all the faces here. You have no idea how intelligent you are and what you can contribute to society if you stay consistent and you recognize the moment of importance that is now. Right? So good luck to all the schools. Please take this thing further. Go and tell your friends about recycling. I remember back in the days when I was in school, everyone wanted to make recycling cool. They were like, all the cool kids are recycling. They're not. no one thinks that recycling is the coolest thing on earth. But if you understand the importance of that recycling, if you understand that there is money to be made in recycling, you understand that this is something that you can create a job on. If you guys are going to apply your minds as you have now, you can create entirely new industries, right? And you can become multi-millionaires. And in the meantime, you improve the air quality, you improve the water quality, you stop eating and dumping, and your province as a whole is a much cleaner place. I think the pastor mentioned earlier that Eldorado is not in the news for too many good reasons too often. And that breaks my heart because I love Eldorado. Anyone who knows me knows that I've spent many years here.
Yep.
And I remember watching a bunch of teenagers in Eldorado in Ward 18 picking up papers, and they put it into the skip, and the skip was full. And I thought to myself, this is the most incredible thing that I'm witnessing. Why does everyone want to say bad things about Eldorado? Look at these kids. They've gone and they've cleaned up their own environment. And 2 minutes later, I went through and there was just papers everywhere. And I was like, this is why we're potentially fighting a losing battle. Which means that for me and the sponsors, it's important to ensure that those skips are empty. For you, it's important to ensure that those papers end up at a recycling facility somewhere and never get to that skip. Right? So, I suppose beyond just the importance message, what I'm also saying is please work with me. I need you. Without each and every single one of you, I'm not going to achieve very much in my 4 years as an embassy. So please take my hand. Let's make sure that the environment is our responsibility collectively. And let's ensure that things like papers being blown out of the skip never happen again. You guys have the knowledge, and I'll make sure that you have the tools.
Salute. Salute. Danke, MEC. Power.
Nothing. Sure, I would do ownership.